Oh no. Yes!
It wasn't that long ago that they met in the French Open. What did Jannik learn in that match that he can help use today?
That's a great question, actually, because we thought he did everything right. Played one of the best matches that he's ever played on clay. I know Carlos has won here in the last 2 years, but I love the way that Jannik plays on grass. If he brings his game, brings the power, brings the speed, it's a little bit tougher to be creative on grass, especially from the back of the court. So Jannik has to play aggressive style tennis. If he gets his opportunity, be brave. Mix in a little variation if he can, but both guys are so good. A lot will depend on how each player serves, to be honest, so hopefully Jannik gets off to a good start.
Now, he did tell me that on grass it's much more about the mental load because of the unpredictability. What were your final words when you left him in the locker room?
Power, strength and speed. It's everything that he possesses and ample qualities of it. So, again, he just needs to continue to keep believing, keep bringing the power, keep bringing his game. Great competitors, both of them. Obviously, the first set's really important, especially for Jannik to get off to a good start. He might vary a little different on the return of serve. Normally, he likes to stand aggressively to return Carlos's second serve, so he might mix that up a little bit today to see if he can get a good hit on that second serve because it gets up. But play his game. Go out there and do his very best.
Thank you, Derek, for being so generous.
He knew Carlos was on the court.
Yeah. So then he could reveal a little more, which he did. I think the part about the second serve return positioning would be very interesting to see if he does. Can he go back a little bit on the second to get in some points?
Well, he's been doing that since the French, to a lot of opponents. So not surprised that he tried.
Sinner's been hard to break. Dimitrov did that 3 times in 2 sets. Just one other break en route to this final. That was by Djokovic. 6th player to reach 4 straight in major finals. His record at Wimbledon is outstanding, by the way. Just not quite as good as Alcaraz's. He's looking for his first major off of the hard courts.
Oh.
A handful of all 10 greats have done that at Wimbledon, and the second consecutive channel double, Roland Garros Wimbledon, which only Borg has done in the modern era. Did it 3 times in a row. He's chasing the greats, guys, all kinds of milestones.
Common for Sinner when he makes an error. Almost always goes back to the towel, resets himself. Very methodical in his approach.
Generated insight from IBM Watson X.
Always.
54% edge for Sinner. I'm told this changed yesterday. Yesterday, it was 54-46 Alcaraz.
Did they tell you why it changed yesterday?
New data input, John.
It's constantly evolving.
IBM Watson
Did
X.
they watch the practice?
IBM.com/Wimbledon. They do factor in opinion of the pundits and the predictions and things like that.
The greatest change in predictions in AI history, right there.
The slightest odds maker favorite is Sinner. That also flipped with some late wagering on his side.
Yes!
It's taken a while to get that shot going.
And I think that's part of the reason why Darren Cahill said that he thought the first set was important. Interestingly, maybe more for his guy just to settle in and his first Wimbledon final. But yes, Alcaraz is just finding the range on the forehand later in matches and misfiring a bit early. At least that was the pattern coming in.
He has a way of leveling up in the finals, doesn't he?
So far, undefeated in major finals. And this is what's different, even in seeing the first 3 games, about the tempo of this match and what we saw in Paris. There's going to be a lot more games like this, where the points are quick, not the grinding, grueling, physical type rallies. Much more typical of grass court tennis.
Guys standing way back to return play. Serve had the putting in play to start the point. Alcaraz did come up with some huge serves to close out that match tiebreak.
Came up with a lot of huge shots in that tiebreak. He was on fire.
Interesting that Darren Cahill said how important the first set was. When you look at some of these results, he had won the first set and was up. I mean, you don't want to get down, but
Yeah, the first set winner is 6-6 in their head-to-head and has actually lost 4 of the last 5, including Paris. But every coach says that. First set's crucial.
exactly.
Keeps his nose in front. 2-1, early stages.
Yes!
The Hill of New York returns this summer.
Let's
Out!
Talk about these 2 players elevating the sport and the game. When you watch Alcaraz return, I think he's taken a little bit of the page out of the Djokovic book with his stance. And it's very still. And guys you see bouncing around, launch up, he'll be very still with both feet just before the server and get into that ready position. That Djokovic has been the greatest returner we've ever seen on this court. So they learn from those guys, and with their ability and their power off the ground, that's why I say they're elevating the game. They're taking it up a notch with the shot making.
I think you can tell these breaks are going to be hard to come by here. The way these guys serve and then back it up.
thank you.
The intrigue of that escape against Mika was what happened in the very first game. Sinner The slippery part of the grass goes down. He'll brace his fall with his right wrist, which is important because the elbow hits after that, but it didn't land hard. It ended up being a bone bruise, so you manage the inflammation and the pain. He's worn the sleeve ever since that match, bandaged underneath it. Could have been a lot worse.
I think his arm was straight, so like the elbow took a lot of the brunt of the force when he landed because it wasn't that bad a fall.
No factor now, they say.
Seemed to be a factor for that match. And
Right.
I think that was part of the reason he was. I mean, all credit to Dimitrov, who was playing great. But he seemed like he was playing at about 70% with the arm.
Speed came off the forehand.
Right. And the serve. Got an MRI, and that I think gave him some relief that he couldn't hurt it anymore.
Sinner get to the finals here. When he hits that big ball, that two-hitter up the lines is brother. In the past, not long ago, he'd sit back and wait. See, he's moving in there. As soon as he sees Alcaraz going to have to slice it, that's a good play. He's got to be alert the moment he sees that he's got the edge to move forward.
Alcaraz has been to net a little bit more. Both guys have been really efficient finishing in the front court.
Alcaraz has served and volleyed more than any male player in the tournament. Patrick, you ready for this? What percentage?
I'm going to say 8.
A lot more. 11.
Yeah.
Who would have
Decent
thought?
guess.
Shot in the air. If you go inside out with that forehand, you can't get over the cover. That's what you got to take into consideration. Maybe most guys, you don't anticipate someone being able to execute this shot. But Alcaraz, he can do anything.
The forehand gets the attention, but that backhand is so flat. Such control with it. Power with the small backswing.
Heard you guys in the preview show talking a little bit about that body serve, and that has been very effective for Alcaraz. And that time he threw it in on the second, he senses that Sinner's looking to try to play a bit more offense on the second serve return. That was an excellent 110 mile per hour second right into the body. Sinner's definitely looking to send a message early that he's going to look to come forward. He's already been in net 3 times just in this game, winning 2 of the 3. Your buddy Johnny Mack, great Bjorn Borg, he knew how to finish at the net on this surface.
Changed his game quite a bit because of the change in the grass 20-something years ago. The players don't really have to change their game anymore. There's another Wimbledon winner. Richard Krajicek used that serve.
impressive in this game than he has been so far.
I think that Alcaraz knew that he was going to come out and try to do this. Whether he can contend with that pop on that backhand when he rips it up the line, seemingly a pretty safe ball for him. Extremely hard to deal with.
Another stretch return. Great work today.
Also, Sinner moving back on the second serve return. So he was looking for the wide one. Alcaraz saw him back, and great play from Sinner just early here, changing things up just a little bit.
It's more often Alcaraz than Sinner. He gets a little careless. He drops, a game he obviously he's serving 45. He's got a great serve. No reason he should have lost that game. So if he gets that two-hander Sinner and takes it up the line, that's a good play for Alcaraz. Show Alcaraz that he's looking to come forward, and that time he sort of faked like he was going to come in, decided to stay back, and it's just slightly off balance on that next backhand. Actually hit a pretty darn good shot, but Sinner did a really smart thing, taking it on in the air. He saw it. This is a good drop shot. Look at the speed he's got. The Sinner moved forward so he could cut it off. That was a good move. Smart.
Yeah, it's also an example of that part of his game that he's worked on for just this moment. The ability to play the drop and get inside the forecourt more often.
Actually, I went to 98 and 9.
Sinner is the
This season, Italy is my favorite. I do not want Carlos Alcaraz to
Roland
this
Garros'
one
last win
last
head-to-head
year.
was late in 2023 in a semifinal in Asia. That right column is superb. He needs to turn around the left column to achieve what he hopes to today.
Frustrated swinging volley from Alcaraz, and he dumped his serve at 4-2. For 2-all, excuse me.
15.
The serve, he's had 138. That slide from Sinner into the forehand.
Yes!
Just incredible to watch.
All surface, Jack.
But particularly here.
He's definitely modeled that part of his game after the man he beat in the semis, Novak Djokovic, who made it an art for him, and he's doing incredibly well too. Swiatek is the best in the business on the women's side. Somehow it doesn't look like he's leaning into it, but he's using that glute and core area, twerking his body to get this unbelievable amount of power on his forehead. This guy's 6 feet, ½ inch tall.
Set the middle as he took off for the drop shot. Looking sharp. Everybody's a day late with the white suit.
I think it's the other way around when we got up there, but
Yeah.
Here, Keira Knightley and Leighton Hewitt. Yeah.
Yes!
Frustrated with Alcaraz, who's in control of returns here in the first set.
but he's still irritated he lost his serve.
So far able to get fewer than half the returns in play.
Exquisite. Two options. Creativity. Another shot he's worked on is that fake drop.
15.
He tried to throw a punch, and he did that right there. Sinner thought he was going to have to move forward. Actually handled it reasonably well, but he was on his heels. That Alcaraz volley is a thing of beauty. sort of like the way you used to see men stand on grass, right? Actually, not at all. It's a sight to behold.
Some of the best individual baseline points we've ever seen already between these guys in their first dozen meetings. Go to YouTube; they're there for the taking.
They're going to be right here too.
Yes. Let's add to the list. Why not?
Oh.
They're also such brilliant shot makers, so they're never out of it. Neither one of them is out of a set. But yeah, the mental resilience is there for both guys. You saw it from Sinner when he was down in the fifth in Paris. He looked like he was down and out. He was physically feeling it, and he was still able to come back. And at 5-6 in the fifth, be 2 points away from winning again.
Each guy served for that match in Paris and was broken, and then played on with the match tiebreak.
Attacked and made him pay.
Just a slight edge in speed in the forehand. They've been pretty close to the tournament in terms of pace. Alcaraz hits it with a lot more spin and net clearance.
Yes, double fault.
First double fault of the match. Carlos Ferrero is the coach for Alcaraz since he was a teenager. That's a great second serve. Under pressure, 15-30. Wicked kick on it. And the key there is it landed short. So it kicked up and out and away from Sinner. And you better hit a great serve. Because into that two-hander, he's got the length and the power that you have to hit it that well. And Alcaraz did.
Because that center two-hander, he cuts it off beautifully. That's gutsy serve. That's a bad shot either.
How does he pick up on the grass court that for sure hot shot? Does it again and again, really at all surfaces?
I've been wondering that myself.
You think about the battle in Paris and the shots that he picked up at his feet. It was even behind him on a match point.
It's just a gift to his hands. So good. Prepared. He's ready for it. Skill level is just through the roof.
straight games for Alcaraz.
Now Alcaraz serves at 140. I've never seen that before.
It's like Siontek serving at 115, 120.
Since that big 18-ball rally that he toughed out, he's kind of turned this around. It was a moment there.
Sinner a bit stressed after blowing this lead that was sort of handed to him.
Oh. Yes, it was out.
Because he can do anything, he sometimes tries things that perhaps are a little bit lower percentage than you'd like at a situation like that. Love 30 would have really put some stress on Sinner.
Ooh, he hesitated there. Yeah, that's where the comfort level in that part of the court, not quite the same for Sinner as it is for Alcaraz. And at first, I think he thought he could move quickly in and hit a traditional volley. Then he stopped to go for the swinger and mistimed it badly.
Got to get composed. Alcaraz within 2 points of taking the first set.
First thought he was going to hit a service winner. He wouldn't have to hit any shot. Alcaraz did well to even get that back.
Oh.
See how aggressive he chooses to be on the second serve.
This is funny because he's okay, but he's up against it at this moment. Alcaraz can grab the first set right here.
That's that ability from Alcaraz to be unpredictable. Right? 30 off, huge point, huge up limit, and he just completely fooled Sinner there.
It's a great point. You say, oh, bad luck on the slip, but caused by the shots.
Well, he actually saw how far Sinner was back behind the baseline. It's the right play.
Please, thank you.
But it's frustrating to see Sinner swatted that into the net. Tension ratcheted up in this game. Set point again, Alcaraz.
to Wimbledon, the men's championship. Chris and Patrick and John. I'm in studio with Brad Gilbert and Sam Query. Take a look at the match stats through the first set, guys. It was 4 straight games, and now it's 4 straight sets. If you look at their back-to-back matches, favor Alcaraz. How about that set point?
I mean, that had it all. I mean, what a couple of amazing gets from Alcaraz. One off the slide just to stay in it, and then the stick save and a gem.
Decisive, and they had to have. We talked about that, but Darren Cahill seemed to think that today in this match it was important for his guy, and he let it get away.
Second
I
set.
think it's important from an emotional standpoint because we heard Darren, we could hear him in that last game a couple of times call out to Sinner. You rarely hear from Coach Cahill in the match except at crucial moments. I think he could sense his guy was a little bit down emotionally, and he paid the price in that game.
He was down because he was up a break. Right. Let that slip away.
And maybe the carryover from Paris, a little part of that as well, I think.
Just a couple of shots he hit, a serve, that forehand, 9 out of 10 people, or 19 out of 100 wouldn't have gotten him back. He's got to be prepared mentally that he's going to have to hit that extra ball. This would be a morale boost if he broke.
Yes!
Maybe the breaks won't be so hard to come by 3 already. Not been a great serving day for either player.
Yeah, the first serve percentage for both is just hovering just slightly above 50, so it's given the returner a chance to get in more points. Alcaraz frustrated with himself for missing yet another first serve.
Oh no, he got it. It was out. It hit the net.
Again, a slip. Here's the drop shot. Stone cold winner and frustration from Sinner. Slip in the same spot as it did a short time ago.
Well, you mentioned in the last game too, John, about that. Sinner's back. He's behind the baseline as he is here, and it's a good play. Is what you said. You're right. But it's the ability that Alcaraz has to just execute it at any moment is what makes him so incredible to watch, that he can pull it off.
Yes!
You recall it was 3-5, love 40, triple match point, where he was going to finally get over the hump and beat in the finals of the major.
Shot long there, a couple errors.
Was one.
Well, this one was the one I thought it was his best shot. The second serve return. He sort of caught. Do I go for it? Do I play it safe? Alcaraz played another.
This wasn't bad either.
Yeah, that was a good return.
His forehand, he had some looks. And, so for him I'm not saying that he's thinking about the French at this very moment. If you get a low 40 lead, it could come back in your head if he's blown that game. It actually turned out to be a really nice lift for him to get this early break.
Still served for the title the very next game. It was broken.
Yes. Says, you told me to come here
To the forehand.
may not be continuing to do this a whole lot longer.
He's come in 9 times so far, and Alcaraz has only come in 4 times.
It's got a little bit of speed. He's one of the quickest guys you ever see. Then he executes. He backs it up. He can do anything. too thrilled with that. Okay, time to move on.
Moves on incredibly quickly, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Sarah's turn. They back behind Alcaraz and missed it. And there's a break back point.
That's his net was just hit. Just missing a makeable ball, wide open court. Alcaraz had a guess, Sinner saw him, and just got tight on it. I'm sure expected that they'd be tough to break, but with their serving percentage this low, it's giving the returner an opportunity. Normally, you see that happen where one of these two will come up a huge serve, get out of trouble.
You have to keep coming forward when you get this opportunity. You just have to. You have to make Alcaraz continue to come up with extraordinary shots on the run. That's why he's already been to net 11 times.
When did that come?
Last few days. I needed a couple after today's match.
So did
with
Amanda.
lemonade.
Not the only one. Yeah.
She did too.
Stefan says, I would knife that backhand volley.
I would have gone after.
And one of the great backhand volleys of all time.
Second serve. Please.
It's that Aussie Open so far the only title this year.
Safe to say, a risky point he played.
Another kind of scoop, slip shot.
He was going to hit a drop shot, and then he saw Sinner moving forward, so he was able to change gears, change his shot selection, and move forward. It's crazy how quickly he can size up the situation.
And I think it was slightly a bad balance. That was just part of it. Improvise as good as anyone we've ever seen.
Such a huge toolbox, which he used on this court, but not at the stage of Alcaraz. It took him a while, right, to sort out the instinctive decisions to make the right shot at the right moment.
Wasn't he 22 when he won his first? 21.
The writing isn't on the wall anymore. It's everywhere. And it's all talking about it. At the same time, Barclays Investment Bank provides global market insights and sector expertise to manage risk, power future growth, and see through the noise. Barclays, powering possible.
If you have a small business, you might not know you could be wasting money on your mobile plan, paying for stuff you don't need. Until now. Introducing the new MyBiz plan from Verizon Business. Choose exactly what you want. Pay only for what you need. When you're in control of your mobile plan, you can make every dollar count. Right now, get our best price, as low as $25 a line, guaranteed for 3 years. MyBiz plan only from Verizon Business.
ESPN's coverage of the Championships Wimbledon, presented by Barclays, is brought to you by Allstate. You're in good hands.
Alcaraz behind to win the first set. Center break. Second, serving at 2-1. Talked about Federer breaking through in 03. This is his second men's final year 6. His first title in 03. Yes! One of the big three. Tennis fans can give you 5 seconds to think about that. The only one before this. Yeah. I know you got it. I know you got it, John.
Yeah.
Do a little side coaching in your most round taken out by Murray. That's it until this match. Every men's final has involved one of those 3 legends.
Now it's being a somewhat injured Federer in the semifinal.
Anything you could have done to avoid it, and then what's the emotion knowing you don't get the chance here?
Yeah, it's taking a great time. You're going to be just as good.
Reminder how great these guys were.
I got caught up in some accidents, so much you can do it one. I think we nearly got him, and then
the last 7 majors divvied up by these 2 legends in the making. That's the kind of thing that Nadal and Federer did, and Nadal and Djokovic did in separate periods when they in a row, 10 in a row.
It is what it is, but I'll take there's a couple of negatives this weekend, but we'll take a positive yesterday and this chance to Toronto. Team IC is back there, so there's a chance they may try to repair that and score some points in place. Thanks, Scott. As we settle into something of a groove here, one driver who is making moves and making up positions, Robbie Schwartzman has made his way up to 9th place and is now on the rear wing of Scott Dixon. But this man as well, Santino Ferrucci, now trying to put a move on Rasmussen. It did look like they got together side by side on the run down there. 2 of the most aggressive and exciting drivers we've seen on this type of hole. The Firestone lettering wiped off of Rasmussen's front right and left there. that contact. That was hairy. Fighting over 16th place. Rasmussen holds on to 16th. Ferrucci down in 17th now. Island just ahead of them. We're sitting on board on the bridge. Joseph Newberg. That's the race leader. Just to get usually in space about 3
Usually your balance.
Guess what?
It didn't seem like he didn't do that. Just needed a short, effective volley. Cross court, it's out there for speed. Intimidates pretty much everything.
That's some dirty air to contend with if we take a look at what just happened between Ferrucci and Rasmussen. Ferrucci just steps out a tiny little bit on that low line.
That's exactly what Darren was just saying as the co-coach.
And that's
But
terrifying.
he needed to take a
Inside
couple
the
little
cockpit,
steps.
wheel
Why
to
did he
wheel
slide?
contact at an optimal power these speeds. That can end really poorly.
These players are so used to using their athleticism and that ability to slide that maybe sometimes they don't need to do it. I think for Sinner, that's that sort of 1-2 methodical type of point is what he needs because he's winning most of those. Where he's playing the percentages, he's hitting the ball to the big target, hitting it well, and he's forcing Alcaraz into mistakes from those positions.
Sinner to his team.
You don't see that much. He's stressed. It's hot. He should have won the first set in his head.
Got a chance to go up the second break here in this set. He's got to find that balance of a little more creativity to his game, a little more variety, but sticking to what he does best, which is pound the ball cross court as often as he can. See, that's a textbook.
Yes!
That's exactly how you would draw it up for him. That's predictable, but it's basically impossible to defend.
Alcaraz has the entire time you spoke, Patrick, he was sort of yelling at himself, why did I hit that return the way I did?
They're both feeling the pressure.
Pop the champagne. There's a cork on the court.
On the court.
That's next level. You do hear that sound here at center court. The cork usually doesn't land near a player.
Next level irritation.
Yeah.
About to say thank you.
Should be at least take the bottle away from that person.
Swiatek, in her speech reference, that's part of Wimbledon. You get the untimely champagne corks.
Usually landing on the court.
Another shot on the ride. Stay in the point. Alcaraz.
Sinner taking a lot of time between points. He hasn't been called out on yet. It's been zero at least a few occasions.
Allison Hughes being a little lenient.
Serve clock at 7.
I'm sure he wanted to put more on it, but when he got to the ball here, see, he wanted to hit it. Then he thought, like, maybe I can't do that. So he tried to change his grip, but it wasn't a very good drop shot. Pretty easy put away.
Well, look at the Carlos Carnival, his shot making.
Well, a lot to choose from Carlos Alcaraz.
Well, it was his shot making, wasn't it? And the creativity that turned it around. He down in the opening set, 4-2. Drop shot on the down run. That was just crazy. Set point. But I'll tell you what we're seeing. We're seeing more irritation from Alcaraz than we're used to seeing. And we're seeing more outward emotion from Sinner than we've ever seen. So they realize what's at stake and who's on the other side. Winners for Alcaraz, as our IBM stats show us, come from all over the court.
Some great shot-making skills we've seen, but neither player bringing their best yet.
30.
Far different tempo to the match in Paris, of course. Hour 10 minutes. We're in the middle of set 2. Each of those sets that Lauren Garris found kind of pulled the 1 hour mark. Last one pushed over that. Second at 40 love. Stays in contact. Sinner up a break 3-2 in the second. Yes! Sinner's so far won a low percentage of first serve points. The second serve points. That's highly
Well, that's extremely unusual. I don't really know, other than Alcaraz to me is not really clicking that consistently. He's had chances. He doesn't look quite sure yet what he wants to do, because I would expect him to take some of these second serves and come in right off the serve. Hasn't done that yet, so he's still exploring.
Alcaraz on top of the charts this year in return game, winning bigger percentage of first serve, second serve points than he has.
Surprisingly, also unserved, no aces yet for Sinner. Alcaraz with 3. Alcaraz going way back for this return on the second serve.
Defending by both guys.
Reminding him of the French. Remember when we played there and what happened? I stood back a lot in the second. That was a ball he should have made, Sinner.
Players can get coaching now from their boxes. That's legal. And I think one of the things that most players look for, because it's hard to go into, should I go to the backhand or too many patterns, but what they do look for, especially Alcaraz with his camp, is his serve return position. Should I go up? Should I go back? That's a quick bit of information you can get from your coaching team. And particularly important on grass, when you're just looking to get the ball in play. Do I chip the return? You saw Taylor Fritz do that a lot against Alcaraz. Do I chip it? Do I try to attack it? Those are the things I think that Alcaraz is consistently discussing with this man when he's on this side of the court. He's counted on that for years.
Suggestions, perhaps, but I mean, he's
Carlos Alcaraz.
Yeah, exactly. He's a master of feeling out the situation.
Won the title at Queens when Ferrero was not in the coaching box. He sometimes will take breaks. But again, since Carlos was 15, Juan Carlos has worked with him. So
he's done a fantastic job. There's no denying that.
They know each other, thanks. Ball change, Alcaraz. Again, trying to fight from behind in a set. This is where we were in the first set before the last 4 games.
Sinner's doing something similar now. He's looking up at his team, and that's going to be about where should I position myself on the return? He burned me out wide.
There are people who don't like this aspect. The coaches are point by point kind of positioning guys and suggesting things. You're good with it?
I like it. I prefer if they still didn't have coaching, but. And no, I don't want to have wood rackets still.
Just on the record. How about the electronic line calling?
I'm into that if it's right.
Would you like the coaching?
I do like it. Yeah.
Because it was happening anyway, or because
I think it's the evolution of the sport. The coaching teams are much more important. They're much bigger. They're a part of the game at every level. Other sports do it. Obviously, there's still the one-on-one nature of tennis, which we all love. And that's the part of the argument against having it. Yeah, that's right. But boxing does. That's so you can't get more one-on-one than that. They can go to the corner.
That's why we're the only sport that doesn't have it, or didn't.
Not anymore.
Don't rub it in.
Do I think it makes the ultimate difference in who wins the match? Most of the time, no. It's about the player.
The U.S. Open, the coaches, of course, have those tablets that have the data, the analytics on there to look at, decode, and dispense of the if they choose to.
Nope, it's a fault.
The only time you guys have ever disagreed on this issue, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Stuff coming, and then no one getting 300 anymore. Was that important?
Let me show you the football stuff. I guess you want to see analytics. 22 guys on the field, and there's a mountain of data about every single position. So got to execute at it.
I was going to say, you're going to be a great quarterback. It's about the ability to make that quick decision, right? When it counts. Same in tennis for these players.
Another double popped up. Increasing frequency here.
Looked in routine at 40 Love. He hit that drop volley. He was trying to show his skills. Wasn't worried about losing the point then, but he's a little more concerned now. Especially if he loses this point. Chris, most I've seen him talk to himself, but sort of grumbling. You know, he looks, for him, pretty negative, even though he's up a set. Let this slip away that he dumped serve the first game of the second set. This would all but end the set if he loses this point.
He gets that opportunity to grab the set right there. Continues a dialogue with the team. But more vocal like that in this game than he has been the whole tournament.
Cool, 139. His hands are so big. You see when he holds, he holds the 4 balls like it's nothing in his hand.
Channeling some of that frustration into 2 huge serves.
He's unbelievably frustrated in the last couple of points. All of a sudden, that smile reappeared. Then I'll wipe it away temporarily. For a little wild, not as clean as he would like this first set and a half. Still managed to steal that first set from 4-2 down.
Yes!
Today, he kind of came out sharp with that shot. The errors have mounted from the forehand wing in the second set. Change of setting here. These guys both with more evident tension early in this than we saw in Paris.
There's not as much rhythm, because it's the spins of the surface. So I think that's why they're both a little edgier. They both hit the ball so big, so they can't really leave anything. Like it's hard to just get into a groove because of how big both of them play against each other.
So the consequences of being 1 ball short, getting behind them.
Yes. The points can end after 1 shot, a serve. Someone can hit a great return, but extended rallies can be few and far between.
We were surprised in Paris at how many big shots there were because of that surface, because of the nature of the clay normally favors a more defensive player. But because these guys are such incredible shot makers and athletes, they were able to still play ultra aggressive at times, but they're able to have more time at each point. Here, they don't have that.
Stones look like, finally And the last game now, find your rhythm on the serve. Get that percentage up higher. Had a wicked kick, that 15 love second serve.
Hitting lines.
Yeah. See if you can serve it out.
Yes!
Strong serving from Alvarez. Sinner will serve to level this final at a set apiece. Sinner tried to do here in set two what he couldn't in the opening set, which is get the break quickly and then run it out.
Yes!
So Sinner saw it coming. Smith bring the crowd into. You don't see that from him. So you're seeing things somewhat atypical from a stoic Italian from the northern part of Italy. Alvarez at first, when you get it, you probably should let it bounce and hit a big forehand in the open court. Easy for me to say in here, but certainly a point he should have won.
A little too casual there.
French backing up with the second serve. Aguma gave himself a long way to walk.
Yes!
That's risky tackle. You're that far back, and you don't hit the ball deep, you're going to be on the run big time. And Sinner's taking that second serve out wide to the forehand, open the court up.
Sinner's done an excellent job again on his second serve in this set. 7 for 10 on those points. Here's another.
Again, Alcaraz deep.
That's just too good.
Yeah, he came forward toward the baseline and Sinner just blasted it by.
Hit a great ball, or so he thought, until he whizzed by him.
2 set points. He's starting with a set break. Crucial as Alcaraz lost serve and couldn't fight back.
Two of the biggest forehands you're going to see. He just pulled off. Unbelievable.
Yes!
That's what he like Neil himself said. He doesn't want to just a guy that plays consistent and gets the job done. Alcaraz was 4-2 down early. Deficit the first, got that back, let down, couldn't get back in it. He's got to be careful here because Sinner's playing with some real confidence now. Sinner's starting to hit a cleaner ball. It's Alcaraz feeling a little edgy or going bigger on his second serve, taking risks that maybe he doesn't want to have to take.
Only winning 44% for the match now on his second serve points. That's very low for him.
Yeah, the 5 doubles factored into that, of course.
That's yourself.
Haven't seen Lopez serving a volley. He's done that pretty consistently in the later rounds of this tournament. Executed it really well when he has.
Well, you call 11%, which is leading the tour, is more often than most, and he's willing to do it at tight spots at a love 30. That's where you presume he's got to play it safer. Sinner knows that. And boy,
Yes!
another double. Just playing it safe and throws another one. That's exactly what he didn't want to happen again.
2 chances for Sinner to duplicate the break at the top of the second set. You don't expect Alcaraz's shaky second serve to be one of the key factors today, did you?
I did not, no. Now, that being said, you know, he knows how well Sinner returns and is willing to be aggressive on the second serve return, so that's factored into that. Alcaraz has worked on that serve a lot in the last couple of years to get more rhythm, as he likes to talk about. He just practiced his toss there. That's the biggest thing he's worked on with his coaching team. He's struggling a little bit with it today. And he finds it there, as he often does.
Checks off the 2 doubles and holds. These guys have inspired millions of young tennis players around the world. And I'm thinking about one in Southern California who was a captain of his championship high school tennis team, bound for University of Virginia. Braun Levy was walking home a couple of months ago and was struck by a supposed drunk driver. He's been kind of a magnetic personality. The tennis community in Southern California has embraced his cause. He would have loved every minute of this match today, and we send our support to his parents, Jen and Dan, sister Adele. Live like Braun is their motto, a foundation in his honor, to savor every moment that you're around. Make the most of whatever time you have. And we're certainly, like a lot of folks, savoring every moment that we can with these two guys on court fighting for this championship. Just 22 and 23, so we got maybe 10 to 15 more years of this.
Well, if you go by Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal, yes. And we would savor every encounter of these two and hope that someone can work his way into the mix as well.
You guys have felt that today's match, important for Sinner to push back, right, and show that he's very much an equal part of this era to come.
He's certainly done his part on the hard courts where he's won the last 3 majors. But definitely the pattern at the moment favoring Alcaraz in the head-to-head. That short angle, John, we were talking about early on, which, Sinner did a good job of keeping himself in the point, but Alcaraz stayed patient, kept Sinner on the run.
Didn't go for the outright winner, but got the job done. That's what he's got to tell himself. Not every shot has to be highlight reel stuff.
Sinner's focus has been, pretty intense, knowing what's at stake in the opponent. That's why you see the fist pumps. He would say, it's 15-all, it's not that big of a point. He's playing every point. The importance of what he knows is in front of him if he wants to win this.
Right back to work here. Alcaraz receiving now on the shaded side of the court, the ball coming out of the bright sun into the shadows. Yeah. Shot making you guys say some huge forehands late in the set.
Yeah, when it really mattered towards the end, and Alcaraz trying to pressure him, stress him. And away one there, but it looked a couple times like he was going to win points like that one. And almost as good a way as Alcaraz did of winning the first set. Sinner, you're paying the favor.
All 3 of those shots came in the final game of the second set.
Relentless pressure that Sinner puts on you with those little ground strokes that he's seemingly starting to find the range himself.
IBM stats show how the winners in the second set Come in from both wings.
Yes.
Got it. Oh, play time. He goes for a little more because of who he's playing. How skilled he is at net. Cut it just a little too close. Surprising to see Sinner at net more so far.
The aces are 11-1 Alcaraz, but he has the 6 doubles, the one for Sinner. And overall, Sinner has been more consistent and really protecting his second serve much better, which is not typical in the head-to-head.
Let's serve.
Someone attempting to kick it out wide. He's very good at cutting off the angle. So it's pretty risky for Alcaraz. He's really got to hit his spot, which is shorter in the court, the most effective one, and that's, you know, tougher to pull off.
Cole Kidman, the guest of Anna Wintour today in the Royal Box.
She have control, Anna Wintour, of the invites in the Royal Box too.
She's the +1, Cole Kidman, if you have to know. Alcaraz trying to get himself pumped up. Doesn't have his usual bounce and energy so far. 2-1.
Sort of like the last time someone 1-0-0 was 1910 or something in the women's.
Yeah, shades of Steffi Graf and Natasha Zverev at Roland Garros.
31 minutes.
Two American juniors also made the finals. We got to Pereira, lost in the championship match to Pohankova. And Ronique Karki, a boy, made it to the boys' final, losing earlier today.
Get through qualies, didn't they?
Yeah.
New Jersey guy?
Originally from Jersey, yeah.
Carlos' home country. It was a tough 3-set battle. Sign of things to come. Bigger things. Sinner coasting through another service game so far. Unranked at 15, as you guess. Not for long. Wish I'd been there in Alicante watching that match. It'd been fun to see, right?
Cool. Yeah.
think is going to happen at 15 to 17. Should they call you wherever you are?
Yeah, yes.
You fly there?
If you can guarantee me these kind of talent.
I'm not sure they knew for sure at that moment. That was highly educated guess.
But you guys have been around forever. It's fun to see when a great shows signs early on, and then they go and show. We saw Nadal at 17 at the Australian Open.
Yeah.
He used to be a senior in Mallorca. My buddy, I just did a couple of minutes before at BBC with Pat Cash, and he was playing in Exeter. He was supposed to play Henri Lecon. Before the match, and they didn't know what to do. They lost for the player. They said, "Well, you got this 13-year-old. He's local. You know, maybe just see if you can."
Was he a lefty?
He happened to be lefty. Didn't work out too well for Cashy on the clay, but it turned out he was pretty good. This guy, Rafael Nadal.
Didn't work out well for a lot of opponents.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nadal and Federer playing 3 consecutive finals here. 06, 07 to Roger, the epic 08 to Rafa, of course.
Yeah.
That's one of his worst.
Yeah. Not even close. He's misfired on the drop shot more often than we're used to seeing in this match thus far.
The energy's different, isn't it? This is a final, and he's showing that he's not as comfortable today as he was against Djokovic, I think, in the finals the last couple of years. Not so far yet.
Well, the good news for Alcaraz is the first serve percentage is coming up. It's over 55% now for the match, even though it's dropped early in this set. But overall, it's better than it was from the start of the match. Problem continues to be those second serve points, still under 50% there.
You remember when he played Djokovic the first time in the Wimbledon final? He was pretty wound up and didn't look like himself for the better part of 2 sets. He was able to get out of the second set, the tiebreaker. Eventually winning in 5 last year. Completely different story because Djokovic came in with that injury and had surgery on the knee, arthroscopic movement, what you don't normally see from Novak, as we saw this year. Sinner's moving better than ever.
Well, this is what both of these players talk about when they say that each other is forcing them to elevate their game. And that was an example in that rally. Just huge hitting from Sinner. Alcaraz able to use his defensive skills to stay in it. Starting to warm up, I feel like the timing of the players off the ground is improving.
The lead is safe for the time being. Just his second ace.
You saw Sinner
Yes.
Alcaraz was anticipating
Oh,
where
no.
he was going with that, and that forced him to go for more, and he missed it.
People may ask, why didn't you simply switch to where you hit the ball up the line? Easier said than done. You've committed, so you still feel like you're going to win the point, but you did feel the need to go bigger.
Yes.
Two aces in the game. Those two set splits are setting the stage for what's to come. We talked about really important moments between these two have been deep in matches. So the first few sets have come and gone.
Big 30-all point in that 2-all game. Now another one here.
Ball on the previous point, Sinner didn't do much with the short ball. This time he made sure that he put Alcaraz on his heels, made him hit a really tough pass.
He says, I can do the circus shots too. Oh my goodness.
How surprising was that?
He's not pleased because he missed the next ball. And that's deuce now.
Not sure why he did that, but it worked.
And he's not sure why he did that
Right.
on the next one.
Curious like, huh?
He was very proud. Wimbledon final, between the legs. Sinner, of all people.
Sinner shakes off that miss. Just past the 2-hour mark. Sinner responds to those 30-all points. 3 games all. First Henman Hill.
Yes!
Get the sunshine. And shout out to the folks in Brooklyn there watching on the hill. A nice day in New York. Nice crowd. Folks dressed for the occasion.
Yeah, hey, everybody.
By the way,
Yeah, hey, glad to see you out there.
They got some Wimbledon umbrellas there. How's the temperature there?
It's pretty nice.
I'm asking them.
Probably this morning. Pretty cool. Global reach of this tournament. They're watching in all corners, in all different faraway time zones.
Oh,
The grounds were just packed today, guys. As I'm walking around, there's basically one court involved. But look at the folks here. Brown's passes. They've got the screen set up inside number 2 court, which you've done in recent years, so watch there. If you prefer seats over grass, sit on. Let's amp it up the serving here, midway third set. Sinner's hitting the first serve 4 miles per hour faster today than his tournament average. And backing up second serves beautifully. Sinner turning around, perhaps looking at his team for a little guidance on the
He thought the serve might have been out. So he was looking for, and they go, yes, it was out. But the machine missed it.
Well, you don't want to hear that if you're a player. But if you glitches in the system, if you haven't been here every day, it's the first year when there are not. The set so far had him early. Alcaraz escaped. Sinner is not allowed a break opportunity so far here in the third.
To this critical stage that has sat all 3-4. Each and every decision starts to take on a little added importance. Try to Sinner get his first Wimbledon title. Break his 5-match losing streak against Alcaraz.
Also trying to make history for Italy. No Italians ever won Wimbledon. In recent years, Matteo Berrettini, Yasmin Paolini stopped in the final. He's already made all kinds of history for Italian tennis, getting to number 1. 3 majors. Drop shot, not as effective for Alcaraz today as it typically is.
Not as well disguised. Yes! Giving it away a little earlier than he wanted to.
So they're just catching the line on 5 millimeters this winter.
It's not a bad drop shot. It's just not a great drop shot.
Backing up again in the second.
Got him. That's going to work.
No fear from Alcaraz. If something's not working, if he believes in it, he'll continue to go for it. And that time the drop shot did work.
The backhand side.
Yeah.
Better disguise on that ball. So Sinner couldn't do as much as he wanted with it. That gave Alcaraz time to flick that 2-hander over his head as the bird comes on right at the service line.
Once again, a 30-all point in the game in this set. So far, each time the server's been able to get out of this kind of pressure moment. Ooh, good big on the second. 117 on the shot.
Yes!
It flew up enough to irritate Alcaraz there.
That is a huge second under pressure. His fastest one he's hit of the match was one at 118. That one at 117 in the corner wide. Risk pays off.
Taking care of that game for all. Three major titles in the last 6. It's a big deal to reach 4 consecutive finals. Just a handful have done that in the Open era. And just that one loss, 3 match points up. Only loss in the last 27 major matches for Sinner.
More difficult it is to execute a drop shot.
Is it too often, John, you think, right now?
Well, it's easy to say from here. It looks like it right now, especially if a ball hit that hard. It really feather it over is hard to do, even for Alcaraz.
Part of what makes Alcaraz so special is that willingness to go for shots that most normal humans and even other great players don't have the guts to do and the skill to do. But he does it at the crucial moments.
Up by Alcaraz for 15-30.
Let's first serve.
Good serve that he made him pay for. This is a huge moment.
that on that mean?
This is where the greatest city meets the world's.
Conversation with Ferrero. Much better for me. I think he says court. Let's catch as much as we can there. It was a long one-way conversation with Ferrero. Frustration.
I'm amazed they can hear each other.
Sinner in position to do what he has done regularly. These big head-to-heads take a lead.
Like to see that. So all those champions up in the royal box. Serving from center. And that gets him out. Champs to take the lead. And Alcaraz has had mediocre day serving. Honestly, even though he's had a lot of aces, his percentage too low.
Especially second serve. That's been a clear edge for Sinner. 2 points for a 2-set-to-1 lead. Down 2 sets to love in Paris.
Starting to see more of that body serve since Sinner's attacking more, being more aggressive. Could be a good play for Alcaraz. Got to get that percentage up. I like the idea of bringing Sinner in. He's exhibited more skill up there this tournament than I've seen in the past, and he's moving forward better. The other part on the forehand especially, Alcaraz giving away the shot earlier than I remember. Can read it. There from these two.
Strong from that last forehand from Alcaraz.
Short ball because he's got a lethal forehand. He's not going to get this most likely to 4-hour mark. His 5th set record's incredible.
It's been the danger zone for Sinner. Hasn't won a match that's gone beyond 3 hours and 50 minutes.
Not a particularly physical match at this point, as we recap the matchup with the stage, it was Sinner who came out pretty hot, 4-2 up, but then Alcaraz was able on here's set point for him. And absurd get that he got there to win the first set.
You know, that Sinner answered in an emotional way the way he needed to in the second set, because he was rattled a little bit when he early in that second set he sort of showed that mentally he was going to stay in there, and some shot making from him late in that set helped him win at 6-4.
Break came at 4-all in the third.
The first set that was of the three that was even until that late.
Yes!
Also,
Also, this is pass.
making sure that Alcaraz was okay. That's what he was doing at the end of that set.
He has on those ground strokes, and he did the impact a lot later in the third set helped him pull it out, get this lead again. Now he's once again in a position to win this, but he's been there before.
Yes!
To be able to escape from Alcaraz.
IBM stats here.
First serve points one going up in each set, including the 7 aces in that third after not hitting an ace for the first two sets.
Yeah, the pace did not go up on Sinner's first serve in that third set. The placement was better.
Pace go up on his ground strokes, it sort of felt like it did.
Much better. He's saying Sinner has been much better from the baseline today than me. Much better.
Yeah, look at his team
right now.
it over.
That's not borne out by the stats. It's interesting that it feels like that to him. It's not really with the scoreboard.
I think that's part of the reason why he's going to the drop shot even more often, because he feels that type of pressure. Normally he uses the drop shot when he's feeling in control. But I think today he's using it more because he feels like he's not in as much control of what's going on in the rallies.
Actually won a good share of the really long rallies, medium rallies, pretty close, but it's important that he feels that. He's being outplayed back there. By the way, that almost never happens.
He's taking more risks maybe than he's comfortable. He likes taking them. But he's got to get that first serve percentage up, hitting the spots, get ahead in the points in the rallies more often. Get him feel good about life again. Trying to get the third straight Wimbledon.
Please, thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Remember, he's beaten Sinner the last 5 times they played. Albeit barely, especially the last one. So it's just too many of those.
15-0.
What a great game today with the serve.
It's a pretty clear plan. When these guys have played, he serves predominantly second serves to the backhand, but he'll vary it up. When he goes to the forehand side, Patrick, with the second serve, it's 10 miles an hour faster. So he
got to take more risks.
Yeah, but he's not doing that today. It's not nearly as varied.
So that's why he's out there. Yes! Took out the second. That was a pretty good first serve. That's why.
Get that wingspan and stuff to get it away from. You got to try more body serves.
And on grass, you don't have much time to react, as happened there, if your opponent hits a big return.
She's going for the safest serve to the back.
Put out the condom 30 nothing. Oh.
Sinner's consistent off the back end, but he can't go as big.
He's pretty darn.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Tough on that side, too. Intimidating.
If he feels he's being outplayed from the back, and he's being outserved, Ashford just have to do what's been done many times in this court, dig in and try to outcompete his opponent and hope that in the bigger moments it can be a little steadier.
Could also come in off the serve. I mean, he's got options.
Yeah.
That's the good news for him.
That's a Had to scurry back to the middle, and that's when Sinner saw the opening. Right here, he's got the opening. Still a hell of a shot to execute.
Great point early in the fourth.
Whoa.
Does he go predictable and go back to the back end, or try to surprise Sinner up the tee?
Yes!
Is so close, but the pressure's so great.
Can they find?
Now, can he finish the job? Just been really challenging for him against Alcaraz.
His attitude for him is pretty negative. That's extremely hard to get him in that place. You got to credit Sinner. His game lifted his level as this match has gone on. Playing fantastic right now. Amazingly, it doesn't feel that a whole lot Alcaraz can do.
From the moment he set foot out here, a lot of determination.
He knew that was going to happen. That was a given. He's extremely dedicated, determined young man. He's maximizing what he can do out there, and it's a pretty beautiful and intimidating thing to watch if you're trying to play him. Even for Alcaraz, the two-time defending champion, unsure of how to handle this. What to do exactly. That's what to do an opponent of his.
I'm not sure that's ever happened to Alcaraz. So he feels intimidated by what's coming at him. I like to say sometimes about Alcaraz that he can hit himself into trouble with his up and down play, but today it's been a case of the opponent hitting him into trouble with the power and the consistency, especially off the ground.
That's what Ben Shelton said after Sinner took him in here. He was just in amazement, even though he played it before on this grass court. The pace of shots, you just don't see it. It's just ridiculous from both sides.
Felt like he was playing in hyperspeed against him, is what he said.
Shelton's a guy who can hit the ball pretty hard himself.
Yeah. He's saying, just imagine how fast it's coming.
That was the easiest drop shot that he's played. You know, he's done it 8 times today. You count the drop shots that he's hit. There's only the 3rd point that he's won when he's played the dropper. And for that, Sinner was off the court against the wall, basically.
Seems a lot more than 8.
Twice as many times as Alcaraz, 36-18.
Who would have thought that?
Darren Cahill, maybe. That's about it.
That's about one.
Well, you get to there might be some adjustments, right, to you?
Yeah, he did.
Is that the most important one, you think?
I think so. And the willingness to sending the message that I'm going to come forward. No, anticipation.
Just long strides, gobbling up the court.
Alcaraz sort of casual on that volley. You should know by now, look at the score, he can't afford that. Certainly can't even think about going down a double break.
It's a great look. Sinner put it up the line. Alcaraz was leaning across. It's been to close out two-time champ. But if he gets the second break,
make things a whole lot easier for him. Serve, he just hasn't had a good day serving.
So intimidating like this. It's in control of the rally, and Sinner nearly pulled that off.
to the challenge there, stayed. Alcaraz thought that loss in Paris might make Sinner stronger, physically and mentally. We'll find out if he has gained strength from that. Able to finish this job here.
Well, this is where we start thinking about it. He was fairly close to getting the double break. Didn't happen. Now he's all you need to do is hold 3 times.
Right. The crowd's starting to sense the moment now too, and they would love to see a 5th set, so they'll get behind Alcaraz. That will make it easier for Sinner to close this.
Oh. Seen that smile on his face for a while. Started the 2nd set after pulling the 1st set out. Lost serve immediately, changed the momentum, and he hasn't really been able to get it back since.
Yes!
Misses that previous forehand, a makeable shot for him. Takes a little pressure off Sinner. He executes them with the ace. Going up 30, maybe not quite as easy to pull that off.
Another good second serve.
Yes!
Sinner's dropped just 1 point in his 3 service games here.
You don't see a deflated look.
Yeah, exactly.
From Alcaraz. That was a dejected look that he had in his face after getting caught off balance in that return.
He's looked that way for a while. Remember, you translated beautifully, Chris, at the end of the 3rd set. You know, I'm getting outplayed. I can't win the baseline points. Never seen him.
Oh, no.
Sinner just misses.
And I'm seeing him look this way in this court. In the grass court, 31 of 32.
Since Sinner beat him here at Wimbledon.
Only time Sinner's beaten him in a major.
That's good. Pounding away, gets a fortunate break there.
Yes!
It's a little bit closer. 4-2. Sinner having a year unlike anybody's ever. Maybe 14-match win streak, won the ATP title, won the Davis Cup, wins Australia to defend his title. Then that 3-month negotiated suspension, the length and the time he negotiated after WADA appealed a ruling that he had not been at fault for that 1 part per billion substance. Comes back to Rome and Paris and loses both finals to Alcaraz. Quick exit at Halle. And here he is in the break. Time for games and games.
Now trying to push Alcaraz to greater heights again.
Nice.
quite frankly, looked like he didn't think he had any answers for what's in front of him.
He needs help from center. It looks like at this point to get a little wobbly near the finish line. Don't think you can count on that happening today, though.
He's got to make an answer to the question. It's got to be somewhere in Sinner's head.
And he's got to do that by holding here. That's a question for Sinner. It would be a lot easier with a 5-2 lead.
Sure.
Double break.
Sinner faced a crowd against him or pulling for Alcaraz at the French for most of that match. Start to feel that, see if that will make an impact here.
Chanting his name as he wanted to see a big comeback. And then marveling at the level of play that he produced in the last 15 minutes. Not near that so far here.
There's times where it feels like he won't miss anything. So he surprises himself. But that's his tension. He's so close.
That's a smile from Alcaraz. We haven't seen one of those in a while. He's still in contact with Sinner up for a 3.
It's Wimbledon. ESPN's coverage is proudly presented by Barclays.
Sinner steps to the line at 4-3. Has he learned and grown from those moments where he couldn't finish the job against his rival?
Finally, time when he's serves to the forehand side out wide. Attacked it. He's starting to look a little bit more happier out there.
gives up almost every point. He's a pretty cool customer, as we know, but has to be up coaching box for him. He knows how badly Sinner wants this, how close he is.
Oh no.
He's saying, yeah, put this rabbit out of the hat before. This could be the start of it again. That's what Sinner's like, not again, please.
He hasn't faced great points, Jannik, since the second game of the second set.
First serve here. 110 out wide on that second. Still aggressive. Alcaraz had that forehand, the second break point. He played it actually for him pretty safe. It went long, that hurt. That's Sinner off the hook.
Pushing back hard, a couple of chances to break. Sinner beyond solid. He was exceptional. And now leads 5-3.
Alcaraz did everything he could to make him blink, but he did not.
Thank you.
Alcaraz, you're going to ask the question once again, right?
Absolutely.
Could finish it.
he gets down for the ball despite his height and punishes it up the line. Final in Paris, it was 2 sets to love lead for Sinner. And in the fourth, you had the triple match point on Alcaraz's serve, same scoreline, 3-5.
Yes!
What he's doing here, he's just going for it.
Within 2 points of the win.
Yeah, keep going for it. And you still gotta conserve your emotional energy if you have to serve it out. But boy, he's hitting the ball big enough that he could take it here. And keep going. Don't play it safe now. Sit down.
Thank you.
Gets it threw him off. Missed that pretty badly. And he tested Sinner with his roundies that game. Didn't go for too much. Got a pull back, and Sinner answered. Yeah. Didn't hear that much in France.
Please, ladies and gentlemen. Please.